Yeah, I woke up pretty early. I wanted to wake up a little later, but I ended up waking up at around 6. Somehow, I didn't sleep as deeply that day. I had a light sleep, although I was really exhausted. So I was woken up by my best man when he was going to pick her, and I was relaxed. So I woke up, showered, and by the time I was showering, my groomsmen were there. So they just helped me out, change. We danced actually that morning. It was so easy.
I was so calm, I was excited, I was looking forward to the day. But since the gentleman who was doing my hair was a bit late, we were a bit late in time. My mom didn't put the veil on me because the time was really bad. And, you know, my dad keeps time. And so everyone was agitated. My aunties, I understand, they actually, you know, locked the gate. And it took them, he had like 18 envelopes, right?
Yeah.
But they only took one. He was happy.
Some of them said I have a debt to pay when I told them the story later. And they were so amused. They didn't believe it. They actually don't remember who took the envelope among them. They just know one of them took the envelope. But because there was so much dancing, no one bothered to actually check, hey, what was in there. I think that envelope had 500.
Yeah.
And there were 18 other envelopes that had a lot of money.
A lot. I remember I felt like I was really getting married when I saw the traditional dancers outside and they were dancing and singing, and it just brought this excitement in me. I was like, oh my God, this is it, you know, this is it, I'm getting married.
By around 8, we were at the venue. The previous day was terrible. I mean, because I was just passing by, and then you find everything is all over, nothing is done. The service providers, some of them actually left. So when I got back in the morning on the day of the wedding, it was better than I'd ever thought. I knew we had a good arrangement with the service providers, but it was way, way better than everything I imagined. So it was epic. I was happy. I was like, wow, is this really my wedding?
I had the special moment at the venue, at the car. That's when we actually talked. We talked for a while, you know, and it was intimate, just me and them, you know, and my father actually telling me, you know, you are really going to be someone's wife, but you'll forever remain to be my baby, my girl. Yes.
Finally the day is here.
I know, it's here, finally.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Yeah.
My best man and I are not really comfortable with dancing, especially in public and that kind of forum. But now I think we just got there and like, okay, so all our groomsmen have danced going to the altar, and us guys just want to walk casually. So we decided to just try. And that's what happened. We hadn't practiced. We hadn't planned it until that very moment.
Actually, it wasn't
just
planned.
Compulsion. I was amazed. Actually, my focus was more on just thinking of all these people who had come early to witness our ceremony. Family, friends, and just I was just in a certain state of amazement of just looking at all these people who I haven't seen, some of them in many years, and they're here, and they're here just to be here from the beginning and enjoy the day with us. That for me was it brought
When I was walking down the aisle, that's when I saw the setup, and I was blown away. Especially the aisle, it was long enough. I wanted it that long. I wanted to have, that final chat with my parents that long. And I loved, the decor. It was amazing. Simple, just as I wanted. I think simple is beautiful. I loved the aisles, the cones. At least we didn't have to, squeeze with my parents. It was comfortable. I was actually having a chat with my parents. We were talking. And I asked my dad, so Dad, how does this feel? Everybody always asks the bride, how do you feel walking down the aisle? But I was asking my dad, hey, how do you feel? And he was like, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know. If I knew, I'd not ask. And then he says, if it were not that it has to happen, I would not give you away. It's quite emotional for him. He was feeling very emotional. He was telling me, he's happy, but he's not happy because he has, to give me away. And then when I actually reached the place where everybody was, it was exciting to see people. It's amazing to see people actually came, early in the morning, and they were all smiles, and they're actually part of this journey. It's amazing. I think it's actually very important for people to attend church, the initial part. That is what is important, if you ask me, because it's actually the covenant. That is where it's being done. Yeah. When
I saw her walk down the aisle, it's very ecstatic. You actually are thrown in a daze. You start to see the reality, like this is real, and she's pretty, and she's walking to me, and this is that moment. And I don't know if there are words that can describe that particular moment, but it stays with you,
With all the respect you've ever received, because this man today gives you your future. So let me see you. Don't let us down. Yes. Wow, awesome. Awesome. Come on, let's give it up to this guy. Let's give it up to this.
Wow. When the parents took her hands and handed over to me, you feel the weight of responsibility and the joy that comes with the fact that you have been given a soulmate by the parents, not by anyone else,
For me, it was emotional. It was very emotional. But I tried so hard not to, cry. But I actually cried when it sinks in then that, this is real. You are planning the wedding, getting excited. But hey, this is it. You are actually, going to be someone's wife. You are actually supposed to live and cleave. And it was emotional for me.
I'm going to ask you to unveil her and just make sure this is her.
Go ahead, sir.
Pole pole. Pole pole.
I just continue.
Yeah, keep on going, sir.
Okay, you can turn it now.
So, do you confirm this is from 16A? It's from 16A. Will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Awesome.
I took actually a breath in and took some time. I think reality sinks in, and the fact that all eyes are on you, you feel blessed to be doing this.
That's the other part. I almost got emotional, but I really wanted to be in the moment. I wanted to actually say them from within. It felt committal, if there's a word like that. When the ones that hit me was, with my body, I honor you. I mean, there are times, you know, in marriage you feel like, hey, did I just say with my body I honor you?
Yes, you did.
But, I mean, that is exactly what you said. You know, hakuna, there is no clause for using sex as a weapon. You know, you should not, you know, and also, like he says, forsaking all others. I mean, you are building this family and putting it first.
To love
And to cherish.
and to cherish
Till death
till death
do us part.
do us part,
According to God's holy law.
according to God's holy law.
And this is my solemn vow.
And this is my solemn vow.
Our kiss at the altar was actually the first kiss. We decided from the beginning that, look, if we want to do this right, we need to start from the beginning. I mean, you should not, because I mean, to us, kissing is precedent to something, because you're not kissing so that, you know, you just satisfy that and it ends. It actually gets to a stage and you want to, you know, get to the other stage. But for us, we wanted to stay pure till the end. And if we wanted to stay pure till the end, then just don't start indulging in anything that will lead you to the end.
Of all the things we did, dating and all, the best thing we ever did for ourselves is to wait until our marriage. And I think I would encourage anyone to go that route. You'll have a blessed marriage. All these fears and all these things that people say you have to test, you have to do all these sort of things. For us, it wasn't biblical, and that's just the way we were taught, and that's the way we stuck to it. So when that moment when the pastor say, you may now kiss the bride, I actually did it thoroughly. I'd been waiting for this for a long time. We've not stopped since then.
You may now inspect your bride. Don't let us down, Bwana. Okay, be easy on your parents. So go ahead and just do it. Sneak peek. Ten. Hapo sa- wacheni wazazi. Yes. Haya, tosha.
He told me that, you know, let's go to Nanyuki, we need a break. And Nanyuki is the place to be. Honestly, it is. I love Mount Kenya Safari Club. It's amazing. And he was like, let's take the day, go and come back. It's 3 hours. I was like, okay, fine. So next day, we went for brunch at Mount Kenya. So we had brunch and we spent the day just together, it was just normal, just reflecting and talking, and then it was getting a bit late. So we were seated at the at the cafeteria, right?
Yeah.
There's this gentleman who came with a guitar, and he started singing Malaika, that song. And I was actually whispering to him, like, "Aya, look at this one coming to sing for us." 2 minutes later, the gentleman started singing my name. And when I turned to look at him, like, "Why are you singing my name?" And he was on his knees. I was so shocked. I didn't see it coming. There was this couple that were celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
They were actually celebrating their 10-year anniversary. They were from Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, they were from Abu Dhabi.
And then they came and they had like a necklace of money stapled around. That's their culture. So they came and they were all over us and putting money on us. It was just memorable. The reception, for me, I like personalized things. So my centerpieces were actually mason jars, and then they had live, another table, laugh, and love, which is our mantra. Live, love, and laugh. That's it. I loved the setup. It was amazing. I ate my food intentionally. I remember telling my caterer, the way caterers would tell you, the high table will have this, then everybody else has this. I didn't want that for my wedding. I wanted to eat what my guests are eating, because that is real. Because they can actually please me, and I feel like, it was good. But then my guests are not having what I want them to have. So I had exactly what my guests had. And the food was good. I loved it. I loved the food. He didn't eat as much. Yeah. But I loved the food. I loved the food, and everyone got food. We had a budget for 500 people. 700 people came, but everybody who came in time got food. And I think that's every bride's dream. Milanoi has been a very close friend to our family, and she came from Maasai land just for my wedding. And she brought for me a necklace. Initially, she came the previous day, and she was like, when you're wearing your dress for the reception, no, she actually wanted me to wear it to church. And I was like, wow, I hadn't really planned for this, but I think it would be better if I wear it at the reception. So I think I forgot to pick it. So she came and gave us the gift, and it was amazing. I was actually amazed. She actually made a belt for him, and what she was saying was that by the time time passes by, he should fit into the last hole, which was so big.
I forbid that.
Next time tukikuja kuwatembelea tunataka ukuwe umemlisha mpaka akajaa kwa hiyo belt.
When we were opening our gifts, I think our most precious gift was an envelope where we found a 50 shilling note, and we were like, whoever gave this gave from within. And I mean, that is just amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, we were actually touched by that.
Very
because
touched.
we were definitely sure it wasn't a child, because there's no kid who gave us an envelope, so it was an adult. Probably, and it looked tattered, like it's from a market.
Yeah.
Probably this is the 50 shillings this person had or made for the week, and they saw it fit to give it to you as a gift. Like, they didn't have anything else. For me, that was like the most precious gift we got over all the gifts we had.
I had 2 wedding dresses. The first dress was Cinderella, and both of them, I must say, were gifts. And gifts have to be worn. And so I found the first dress to be it looked very white and very pure and very chachi. I got it from Waridi. It's amazing. It was beautiful. The second dress was a mermaid with a long trail and very comfortable to dance in, that I also got a gift from one of my late sister's friend from Sweden. My wedding theme colors were coral and turquoise. I chose coral because it reminded me much of my late sister. She was my best friend, and she loved coral, and for me it brought her presence. Turquoise, he says I forced him to fall in love with turquoise. But initially our wedding was going to be turquoise, just turquoise. We loved it. We just saw turquoise and we loved it. But the coral and my bouquet, they were all inspired by my late sister Millie. Ever since I was a child, I have never really imagined, that I'll have my wedding without her there. In fact, she would have been my maid of honor. We were quite close, very close. But I think it's something we had really talked over and over with him. And, it happened. The colors made me feel her presence and her vibrancy and how she is. But it was hard to not have that memory with her and the laughter and all that. But in every way, as much as I was feeling bad, I knew she would want me to enjoy and, let loose. It comes once.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. We went to Mauritius.
Wow. We just got relaxed and just had fun. Had time to, stay indoors, live a few days, but mostly stay indoors.
Yeah.
But it is a quiet, nice place. No much crowds. You definitely are not going to meet anyone absolutely not. And just really quiet. It was a really nice hotel.
Beautiful. The sunset was epic. The sunrise was epic. The water was out of this world. Like they show it in the magazines. Just enough to unwind after all the wedding planning. And, this is a new venture. It was a good state. We had a DJ whom we had engaged, and then after a while, was it like 2 weeks to the wedding actually?
Yeah, we weren't communicating.
We were not communicating, and we had already made some down payment. But this is the thing, you need to get a solution. The wedding is still happening on November 29th, and we had to get someone
we
else.
didn't spend time trying to force the DJ to give us back our money. because the deal was not working as we had agreed. He had missed certain meetings and all those sort of things that we had with him. When we realized things were not working the way we wanted, we moved on to someone else, and that was it.
So painful to lose money.
Yeah, because
very painful.
Yeah, because you can end up veering off course in terms of your planning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything about an M thereabout.